Welcome to our video on the top 10 nations imposing new entry rules for US travelers. As the global travel landscape continues to evolve, many countries are updating their entry requirements to adapt to ongoing health concerns and changing regulations. From enhanced visa regulations in Canada and the UK to stricter health protocols in Australia, we'll explore the various new rules that American travelers need to be aware of before planning their next trip abroad. Join us as we break down each nation's updates and what they mean for your travel plans. 1. Canada. Enhanced entry requirements. Canada has tightened its entry protocols for US travelers, with new rules taking effect in January 2024. US visitors are now required to present proof of vaccination against COVID-19, and only those vaccines recognized by Canadian authorities are accepted. According to official data from the Government of Canada, roughly 85% of US travelers have been subject to these stricter checks. A major shift from previous years where exemptions were more common. Travelers arriving in Canada can also face random health screenings, including temperature checks and symptom questionnaires at major airports. These rules are part of a broader Canadian strategy aimed at reducing the importation of infectious diseases and maintaining low community transmission rates. The changes have already led to longer processing times at border crossings, as reported by several travel watchdog groups in early 2024. US travelers are urged to double-check their documentation in advance, as non-compliance can result in denied entry or costly delays. The Canadian public health authorities continue to monitor emerging threats and reserve the right to adjust entry requirements on short notice. 2. United Kingdom. New visa regulations. The United Kingdom has rolled out a new electronic travel authorization (ETA) requirement for US travelers, effective March 2024. Under the updated system, all US citizens planning to enter the UK must secure an ETA before their departure, regardless of trip purpose or duration. The application process involves submitting biometric data, such as fingerprints and a facial photograph, alongside a non-refundable fee of £10, payable online. The UK Home Office estimates that these new rules will impact approximately 4 million US travelers every year, making awareness and compliance critical. The ETA approval can take up to 72 hours, and failure to present an approved ETA will result in denied boarding by airlines. UK officials have stated that these measures are primarily motivated by a need to enhance border security and prevent illegal immigration. The new rules have prompted US travel agencies to update their guidance, ensuring clients are not caught off guard by these significant changes. The Home Office continues to monitor the effectiveness of the ETA and may introduce further adjustments as needed. 3. Australia. Stricter health protocols. Australia has introduced a series of rigorous health measures for all incoming US travelers, beginning in early 2024. Every traveler must provide a negative COVID-19 test result from within 72 hours prior to boarding their flight, with only PCR and certain rapid antigen tests accepted. Upon arrival, passengers are required to submit a comprehensive health declaration form, detailing recent travel history and any symptoms. Australian authorities, as reported by the Department of Home Affairs, have ramped up compliance checks at airports by 30% compared to 2023. Resulting in increased scrutiny for all international visitors. Travelers found providing false information or failing to comply with health checks can face hefty fines or immediate deportation. These strict protocols are designed to prevent the introduction of new COVID-19 variants and other infectious diseases into the country. The Australian government has also initiated random secondary screenings, aimed at detecting asymptomatic carriers. Such extensive measures have led to a more cautious approach among US travelers considering trips to Australia in 2024. 4. European Union. Schengen area entry changes. In 2025, the Schengen area will require US citizens to obtain travel authorization through the European Travel Information and Authorization System, ETIAS, before entry. The ETIAS is an online pre-screening process that collects personal, travel, and security information, and its introduction is part of the EU's broader effort to bolster border management. According to the European Commission, An estimated 1.4 million U.S. travelers will be subject to this new requirement each year. The ETIAS application fee is set at €7, and once granted, the travel authorization is valid for 3 years, allowing multiple entries across all 27 Schengen countries. The system will automatically cross-check applicants' data with various security databases, helping to identify potential risks before travelers even reach the border. European officials stress that the move is not a visa but a security measure, designed to catch threats earlier in the travel process. The shift has led to an uptick in pre-travel planning among U.S. citizens, who now need to factor in extra time for this new layer of bureaucracy. Some advocacy groups have raised concerns about privacy, yet EU authorities maintain that the process is essential for modern border security. 5. Japan. Entry restrictions for unvaccinated travelers. As of February 2024, Japan has strengthened entry restrictions specifically targeting unvaccinated U.S. travelers. Individuals must show documented proof of vaccination with vaccines approved by the Japanese Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare. Those unable to provide such proof face a mandatory quarantine period of up to 14 days at designated facilities, at their own expense. Tourism statistics for 2023 showed a 25% drop in arrivals from the U.S., reflecting both public health concerns and the new entry barriers. Japanese officials have indicated that these rules will remain in place until global infection rates stabilize and new variants are under control. The country has also implemented spot checks at major airports to verify vaccine certificates, resulting in several high-profile cases of denied entry for non-compliance. U.S. travelers are encouraged to stay informed about updates, as Japan has signaled that entry rules could change with little notice. 6. Brazil. New health declaration requirements. Brazil's government has rolled out new health declaration protocols for all incoming U.S. travelers, starting in March 2024. Each traveler must complete a digital health declaration form before boarding, detailing any recent symptoms, travel history, and contact with potentially infected individuals. According to Brazil's Ministry of Health, travelers who fail to provide accurate information risk being denied boarding by airlines or refused entry upon arrival. The measure is part of Brazil's broader effort to monitor and control the spread of infectious diseases, especially as global travel rebounds post-pandemic. Health officials have reported an uptick in the detection of symptomatic travelers thanks to these forms, which have already helped isolate several cases of concern. The online declaration must be filled out within 24 hours prior to departure, and airlines are now required to verify its completion before allowing passengers to board. These new protocols have been widely publicized in U.S. travel advisories, emphasizing the need for honesty and attention to detail. Brazilian authorities plan to keep these measures in place for the foreseeable future, as they continue to track global health trends. 7. Thailand. Tourist visa changes. Thailand has reformed its tourist visa process for U.S. travelers as of January 2024, introducing several new requirements aimed at improving oversight and security. U.S. citizens can now obtain a 30-day visa on arrival, but must present proof of onward travel and demonstrate access to sufficient funds, currently set at 20,000 Thai baht, about $570 per person. The Thai Tourism Authority has highlighted these changes as part of a broader campaign to attract quality tourism while maintaining national security. Additionally, travelers are now strongly encouraged to carry travel insurance covering COVID-19 related medical expenses, a policy that has become more common in Southeast Asia. Failure to meet the financial or documentation requirements can lead to denied entry or shortened stays. Thai immigration officials have also begun conducting random checks to verify the authenticity of onward travel documents. These adjustments mark a significant departure from previous, more lenient entry procedures, emphasizing Thailand's commitment to both public health and responsible tourism. 8. India. New entry visa regulation. India has overhauled its entry visa system for U.S. travelers as of April 2024. Introducing a more rigorous e-visa process. The application now requires submission of detailed personal information, travel itineraries, and biometric data, such as fingerprints and a digital photograph. The Indian Ministry of External Affairs has increased the e-visa fee to compensate for the added administrative workload and enhanced security measures. Officials have stated that these steps are necessary to manage rising travel volumes and to prevent misuse of the visa system. Processing times have slightly increased, with most applicants receiving approvals within 5 to 7 business days, but some reports indicate longer waits during peak travel seasons. The changes have led to a noticeable increase in e-visa denials for incomplete or inaccurate applications, underscoring the importance of attention to detail. The ministry continues to monitor the effectiveness of the new rules, with plans for further digitalization and integration with international security databases in the near future. 9. Mexico. Health and safety protocols. Mexico has implemented a new series of health and safety protocols for U.S. visitors as of February 2024, responding to evolving global health threats. Upon arrival, travelers must complete a comprehensive health questionnaire, disclosing any symptoms and recent contacts with infectious diseases. Mexican border officials have also ramped up random health checks at airports, including temperature screenings and visual health assessments. These changes have been highlighted by the Mexican Secretariat of Tourism, which reported that over 60% of U.S. travelers were subject to some form of health screening in the first quarter of 2024. Travelers found to be symptomatic may be referred for additional testing or denied entry in extreme cases. Mexico's government has made it clear that these steps are vital for protecting both tourists and local communities, especially in popular destinations like Cancun and Mexico City. The protocols have been well publicized in U.S. travel advisories, and compliance is now a precondition for entry. The country's tourism sector is closely monitoring compliance data, with further adjustments possible as the health landscape evolves. 10. South Korea. Entry restrictions for non-vaccinated travelers. South Korea has enacted strict entry controls for non-vaccinated U.S. travelers as of March 2024. Making proof of COVID-19 vaccination a key requirement for quarantine-free entry. Those unable to provide valid vaccination certificates are subject to mandatory quarantine at government-approved facilities, at their own expense. The South Korean Ministry of Justice reported a sharp increase in enforcement actions since these rules were launched, with several high-profile cases of denied entry for inadequate documentation. These measures were prompted by a resurgence in COVID-19 cases in late 2023, leading to renewed public pressure for tighter border controls. The entry rules are regularly updated in line with global health trends, and travelers are strongly encouraged to check requirements before departing. South Korea has also begun collecting additional health data at entry points, including recent travel history and contact tracing information. These protocols are part of a broader government initiative to safeguard public health while gradually reopening to international visitors. U.S. travelers are advised to gather all necessary documents in advance, as authorities have zero tolerance for non-compliance.